Hi beautiful planner people, this is Jess from My Magical Planner. Today I'm going to be working on my monthly layout for the month of November using this kit from Sadies stickers. It's absolutely gorgeous with these really fun peachy tones and hints of purple and this light green, and it's foiled in a rose gold. Absolutely gorgeous. And then I did get the weekly deco to go with it because I found that works a little bit better in the spaces on here for me. I have the checklist and her scripts. I am thinking about bringing in this washi from Simply Gilded as well. So we're just going to kind of see where it takes us, and I'll meet you in the voiceover. This was such a fun month to plan just because we have so much going on, and I had to kind of really think out of the side of the box and getting everything on here but not having it overwhelm me. So here I am putting down our beautiful banners at the top. I think they're amazing, and the sidebar just really brings out some of those other colors that are in this spread. So I'm really happy with the way this kit came out. I love that you can pick any day that you want to start with the way she does her banners at the top. So I'm putting in my Monday start because that works best for me because I do a Monday start for my weeks. I do that because a lot of times I don't know until sometime on Sunday what may be up with the ice schedule for my daughter who ice skates, and a lot of times we'll get last minute emails from the school that need to be added in, and it's just easier if I wait until then to put my week together and then I don't miss things. Now I'm going ahead and putting down just all of the dates for the Mondays in the month. This helped me reference where things were without having all the numbers in, because I hate putting them all down and then having to lift them up to put in like the full boxes and things like that. So I just put down that Mondays, and I went ahead and used that as references since my planner is undated to get in the empty boxes at the bottom and place those full boxes down. I tend to want to put those on days that I don't have a ton going on because they tend to take up more space with the decorative element, which I love, but at the same time, I don't want to lose that. So this is me counting out going, okay, I can put it here, but wait, I want to make it down a row because I tend to not want to have more than one of them in a row. And I probably should have moved the 29th up to the top for balance, but it's all good. So now I'm going to go through and finish putting those numbers in because there's less chance that I'm going to have to move them. It's not like no chance, but it kind of gives me a better feel where things are going to go, because I tend to kind of plan around the dates, for lack of a better way to put it. I do love the dates that Sadie Stickers sends out with her kits. I think they're adorable with those little ribbons on them. So cute. It's also really nice that she puts them on white kind of matte paper, so even if you're layering them on top of another sticker, they don't get lost, which is something I hadn't really thought of until I started using her dates. Now, I was trying to figure out how to mark the fact that Jarrett was gone. He had a business trip at the beginning of the month, so I went ahead and used that Simply Gilded washi just to kind of make like a banner at the top, and then I'll pull in one of the half circles from the kit to layer on top of it so that I can write and not have the writing kind of fade away. I was so happy to send him on this trip. I can't even tell you, because he's been driving me crazy. He's the type of person who he enjoys traveling a lot. He misses seeing people. Like, the whole lockdown thing has been super hard on him. And so being able to ship him off and see all of his co-worker type friend people was really nice. I also marked here that the 2nd was election day. I was in one of the few counties around here that didn't have anything for election day this year, which felt super weird. So I kept on looking back. I'm like, really? I don't have to go to the election place? Are we sure? And then I realized that I needed to put on here that me and the girls went and got our eye exams on Tuesday. So I went ahead and cut that octagon box in half because I didn't have the room for a full box there. And then I'm just adding in a little bit of color with that deco. And I layered on a foiled leaf. I think that was from Harriet Wright Designs. So then come the 3rd, I'm layering on a I think this was leftover from a previous Sadie Stickers kit. I had one of those arrows that was foiled in rose gold, but it's kind of that whitish cream tone. So I went ahead and layered a tooth on top of that because I went in with being really sick. I got off track with my Invisalign, and so they rescanned everything and my new trays came in, so I had to go in for the kind of fitting for that. And then I'm putting here like Jarrett comes home on Wednesday, so I put that little heart, which was from the Giving Girl, and layered on the little girl on top of the plane from The Joy of Planning. I absolutely love those little plane icons. I need to get more of them. And then in the corner on the 4th, I wanted to add, like I realized I haven't been using these little corner, I don't even know what you call them, like little corner pieces, and I wanted to try and incorporate a couple of them. So I layered on some floral and put that there, and then put a Joy of Planning hair sticker because I got my hair done that day. And then moving on to Friday, I'm going ahead and I need to mark that there's Michigan hockey because we have hockey tickets, and my husband is a huge fan, so he goes to every game. I need to get some Michigan hockey icons for my planner. But going on to Saturday, I just layered a little bit of floral there in the corner. I really like that. And then I had this half cut box, circle from Crafts by Towie that I pulled in, and I really loved the way it looked and everything to mark Michigan football because my husband was invited to go with my sister who was holding the flag down on the field, and so she had an extra ticket, and since I don't really enjoy football and he does, they went together, which is totally cool. And then on Sunday, oh no, I'm back at the beginning of the week here. So I wanted to mark that Daniel had driver's ed this week and the next week, and they're all at the same time. So it's easiest for me to kind of put it once and then you have it just kind of that line reminding you. But I didn't want it to be as thick as the banner above it. So I went ahead and I took the strip of washi and just put it down where the banners were at the top on my sticker sheet. And then so that kind of gave me a rough measurement of the space, and then I cut it in half with my ruler, which is really easy to do if you have a see-through ruler like this one. This is from Simply Gilded, and I just kind of measured it out and put it there to mark his driver's ed. Actually, what I'm doing right now is putting in all of the non-routine things on my planner, and I'm going to come back in and do the weekly stuff and make sure it's added in as well. But a lot of the one-off stuff takes priority, like dentist appointments and that kind of thing. So I'm going ahead and using another one of those half circle boxes to tell me what that strip is for, which is Dan's driver's ed. I also pulled in one of these foiled cars from the kit. I wanted it going in a specific direction, and she does have cars going in both directions, which is really nice. So I used the one driving into the page to kind of have that movement or implied movement in the spread. Now I'm going through, and because I am I am strange, I am cutting out part of those floral boxes because I had some left over and I wanted more color in this area, and so I was like, hey, I can cut out around this and kind of give it a cool effect if I do this. I'm still not sure if I really like the end result. I mean, I like the color, but I'm not sure that it was a fabulous idea, if that makes sense. So I went ahead and did that. And let's see, where am I going now? Oh, yep, I'm marking the other circle of driver's ed. I wanted to have that color down before I did that. And then I did have to go back through my leftover stickers to find a matching car from the week above because, like I said, she has them going in both directions, and I had used one going the opposite direction in a previous month, so I still had this one left over, which is the nice thing about keeping some of those older stickers. Speaking of which, I just put on one of those cream colored little corner stickers, and I'm laying on a little bit of floral and another one of those teeth icons because Megan has a dentist appointment on the 9th, sorry. So I really like the way that came together, even though it doesn't show up super well on camera because it all is all lighter tones. And then I had to readjust that one little strip because I felt like it was going at an odd direction. This is another thing I challenged myself to do this month, is to use those heart boxes because I realized I'm never using them. So I put it down kind of over the washi and then layered on the Veterans Day script, and I felt like that really worked well. So I think I'm going to try and do something similar in other areas to kind of incorporate those heart boxes, because that's really hard for me. Emily has her parent-teacher conference this day, and the high school has conferences, which is just a time block where you go in. So we have 2 kids there, and then I don't know if I put it on here because it might have gotten scheduled later, but it's like a half day of school. There's a hockey game, and then Megan also has her parent-teacher conference on this day. So I think I'm going to be doing conferences all day long. It's going to be crazy. So we're definitely eating out on the 11th because there's no way that I'm going to be able to make food. This is the point that I started to realize that there was no way that I had enough tags and stuff or the room for them to kind of fit everything on here. So I'm starting to cut things down to smaller sizes. So what I did here is I cut one of the 1/4 side boxes in half, and then I gave it that kind of ribbon ending and then layered some floral and then my icon on top of it. And then I pull in one of the boxes from the deco sheet for the neck PT here. And then here I'm cutting another different colored box down. I'm cutting it in half and then again making that ribbon edge because I thought it worked really well, and putting it down for another PT appointment. I tried to make sure that I was also using a lot of that floral, and it doesn't have to be like huge pieces of it to make a really good effect. So I was really, really happy with the utilization of this floral, and I tried to also use different icons for my PT person. I need to find PT like actual stickers, but I haven't yet. And then I also marked that there was a hockey game on this day. And then going on to the 20th, there's also a hockey game on the 20th. And then I used that full box to mark my Shanti's Plans planner class, which is on her Patreon, which I can link below for you guys. It's really awesome and gives great insights to different things with planning, and I really appreciate the jumpstart on my creativity, if that makes sense, because she'll bring something up and I'll be like, oh yeah, we should totally do that, or I should be using that box, or I didn't think of that. And I love the fact that there's a lot of group participation in the class these days, and so you get to see how other people are using it, not just her, which is amazing. Okay, back to the spread. I'm putting the 29th as a day off because of Cyber Monday. I'm kind of thinking through different things at this point. I think I'm starting to go back in and put in all the weekly things that are here. So I ended up cutting things down even more than that half of the 4th box. I cut the half in half, so I guess I have a 1/4 of a 4th box, and then that ended up being about the same size as those arrows that were in the kit, and so I just made like little ribbons or arrows themselves and added things in. Like Tuesday we have skating lessons, and that's like an everyday thing, and on Thursday and Friday we have skating lessons, again an everyday thing. And you know, just kind of marking those things. I have Wednesday trombone lessons for Daniel, and making sure all of those are in the spread. So I did like doing it this way, where I put down all of the other, like the one-time things, and then came back in with like the skating lessons, because it's more likely for me to reschedule or cancel a skating lesson for like a total instance is on the 9th when Megan has that dentist appointment. The dentist appointment is at 4, and then the skating lesson is at 4:50, and there's just no way I can get between both, even if the dentist is running on time, which they never are. So I'm canceling that skating lesson, but I'm trying to get it moved to another day so she doesn't completely miss it. So that kind of thing as far as scheduling goes. Cutting these boxes down into a smaller size allowed me to get a lot more on the spread without compromising the color scheme. So I was super happy about that. At this point, I'm now taking some of the decorative boxes because I had kind of left those alone and starting to, oh, not yet. I'm still marking skating here. But I do eventually go to those boxes that had the floral and stuff incorporated in them and cut those down a little bit to add in as well. Once I get all of these skating and trombone and all of that laid down, I can go back in and look at some other things that I wanted to add in, which is what I'm doing here. I wanted to mark that Sundays I need to make more time for my family. Like today we're going to play a family game of Uno. It was also daylight savings time, which I didn't really talk about marking that, but I used the script from her, and then it's not here, but in my planner I do eventually put an alarm clock about that because of the time change. And on the 14th I just layered one of those extra boxes with the family time. On the 21st, underneath that circle that was in the add-on, I actually put a foiled circle that was from the Giving Girl, which, if you guys don't know, I do PR for the Giving Girl, and so I have a discount code for them, which is just 15, and I'll go ahead and put that in the notes for you guys in case you guys are interested in it. So then I took that floral box and I cut it down to size so that I could use that peach tone somewhere else if I needed to, and I don't know, it just looked really nice to me, and it cut down, so it kind of coordinated with a lot of the other things. And now I'm just adding in a little bit more color with some of those corners. I will add in some additional scripts and that kind of thing. I tried to use these feathers. I cannot figure out how to use these. They just always look awkward when I put them down. So this is me going back to my leftover stickers book. I had a script for decorating the house, and I wanted to mark that down on here so I could plan the time to do it, because if I don't plan the time, then it probably won't happen, or it'll not be the type of decorating I want. I also put in the script for Christmas cards because I'd love to be able to have those in the mail by the 31st, which is a bit of a deal because I usually take the pictures and design the cards personally for those. I don't know how that's going to go this year because I'm feeling better, but my energy level is so low that by the evenings, like 5-6 o'clock, I'm in bed. I'm just completely wiped for the day. So I am adding in a little bit more deco here, and a couple other little things, like the day before Thanksgiving, we always make pies as a family. Like my husband makes the crust, I make the filling, and the kids help in here and there and stuff. And it's a thing. We put on Christmas music because my husband will allow me that. We also have to listen to the Thanksgiving song, which I can't remember who it's by, but he always has to listen to it because there's like one Thanksgiving song, like Alice's Restaurant or something like that. So now I'm going to go back and fill in that sidebar. I used the this month script at the top, and I put a couple of little reminders in there. Below that, I'm putting in the important, and that has things that I need mostly for the house, like change the water filter. And below that is home, some things around the house that I want to make sure are done. And then the bottom one is next month, and it's things that I'm looking to the next month to plan and that kind of thing. So that's pretty much it for today. I hope this was really helpful for you guys. And there are photos posted on Instagram, which I can also link my Instagram down below for you guys. And I will link Sadie stickers, and any icons that I use, those shops will be linked as well. See you guys real soon. Bye.